Previously on Follow the Leader.
So you got all your memories back then, Z?
Yes. I mean, most of them, from what I can. I still don't remember what exactly happened to cause me to become the way that I became, but I remember years and years of mystical, arcane. I need to get hands again so that I can start casting spells.
I do have to, was he your boyfriend, though? I just have to know.
He was more like a son.
Oh, yeah, no, that's...
You
no.
did make him.
I created him. I mean, he's very handsome. That's true.
Yes,
I
but
made
there's
him,
all these stories about, people making statues and falling in love with them. It's not out of the realm of possibility, and he was a very handsome chunk of rock.
He was. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, my metric for what you might consider attractive is probably very different to the rest of you. But objectively speaking, that was a very well-crafted set of abs.
Oh my god.
That is
You
true.
sure did craft them with love.
I mean, what other way is there to craft things?
Hate.
I mean, you don't have to give them washable abs, though.
I mean, if you can, why wouldn't you?
I just want to say for the listeners, Zach did the best sort of head to face. And it was mwah.
And so you come back. People, as you leave the Starlight Conservatorium, there are people who remember the name Eliraha. It seems that having Zikris hear her own name, broke at least part of whatever the thing was that, had sent her name away. You're not sure what exactly that means, but I suppose it's time to go back to Nexus House to figure it out.
We now return to your game, already in progress.
So you make your way back through Quantium, through all the beautiful, overwhelming splendor of the city of wizards, back to Nexus House, the little pagoda-style red and gold building, and Sebnet Sensorcott, the Vash Vitom, the Venture Captain, is very whoa, that's crazy. I know where we can go. Come with me. And she leads you deep underground into a sub-basement of Nexus House, into an underground library with each room boasting concave mirrors that reflect and diffuse the light emanating from a massive central orrery, providing illumination for the whole space. And Sebnet looks at you and says, "Pathfinders, this is the Library of Reflection. All the tomes and scrolls here are extremely fragile, so any form of sunlight or flames are forbidden. Somehow, thanks to you restoring her, I remember Eliraha, and that she used to spend long hours here researching something. Thanks to the wondrous bit of magical resonance that you have discovered, I sense we may have a limited window of time to track down what secrets she was seeking to discover. Following this sort of psychic resonance, we could see what she was looking for."
Yo.
And this is Pathfinders. It's time to do some research.
Oh man, this art is fucking stunning.
Yeah, this rules.
Isn't it? The maps in this one are what's really funny is that a lot of these maps are from Starfinder, the sci-fi Pathfinder. Equivalent. But the kind of fun thing is that because Quantium is so hyper magical, they still obviously they're going to use the sci-fi maps to render it properly.
That's cool. You said research, and I've already wandered off into the stacks.
So here's how this is going to be. You have 3 attempts. Also, everyone got a hero point for all the stuff in the Sun Mistel. So you each have 3 opportunities to make a skill check associated with the 4 magical traditions: Arcana, Nature, Occultism, and Religion. You could also use Athletics to help ferry books around the library, or lore skills if you can like pitch them to me. You're trying to spend your time. You're rolling against a specific DC. If you succeed, you gain a library point. If you critically succeed, you gain 2 library points. And so once your study session is over, we will tally your library points, and that will determine how much information you have gained. Now, here's another thing. Who is wearing a badge that the gang gave you?
Oh, motherfuck.
I know Ist is.
Motherfuck. Yeah, I am.
I think H2 was as well.
I don't seem to remember Calamus wearing one, unless I'm...
I don't remember if I took one.
I think you took
Okay.
one but didn't put it on, and I think we all took one, but I think Ist is one of the few people wearing them.
That sounds familiar.
So you do that. Ist and H2, one of the Nexus House initiates, are like, "Hey, my cousin's in that. You need any help? I can help you out."
Oh, sick. Thanks, man.
And you will get a +1 circumstance bonus on your checks. Also, the sigil from Vrisk is going to reduce the DCs. And Calamus, because you have Vrisk's silver rod, that gives you a +1 item bonus on your checks to read tomes.
Oh, shit.
So
just
all of
to
the different
clarify,
Mhm.
the cousin gives a circumstance bonus.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and that's the H2 and Ist.
Mhm.
Calamus has a item bonus from the rod, and everyone who grabbed the sigil find it flaring as you approach certain things that Alira has spent time reading, and that will reduce the DCs by 1.
Dope.
And thus, you have all, through the friendships and connections you have made across the course of this adventure, have reduced the difficulty of your challenge.
Hell yeah.
So, let's go through it. Let's just do, if you'd like, we can roll initiative to make sure we like do it all in order. It's up to you, but everyone gets 3 shots.
Yeah, let's roll initiative. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's roll initiative. And we can just describe like how this study session is going.
That better not be
Uh,
in the best I roll. That would suck.
Of course,
Wow.
now I roll well.
Crazy initiatives from the crew. We got a 27, an 18, a 28, and a 21.
I just rolled perception instead of like rolling my initiative. Should I like actually roll my
Yeah.
initiative?
I got you on there.
Okay, cool. I disappear into the stacks immediately.
Yeah, so Mindy, you just throw yourselves into the stacks?
Yeah, I'm just like, goodbye. Only the books exist to me
Sure.
now.
Oh, actually, so we're going to do that. We're going to roll for you in a second. First,
Yeah.
Calamus, you rolled first. How are you approaching this study session?
Can I use forest lore? Would that do anything for us?
I do not think that would be useful in this context.
Okay, so otherwise my best skill is probably Arcana at a 5.
Well,
You don't have
isn't your
nature?
nature?
Oh, my nature, yeah. I didn't know if that kind of went along with forest lore as like not being useful.
Well, so
but...
no. So there's the 4 magic traditions: Arcana, Nature, Occultism, and Religion. And then forest lore is like specifically forest information.
Oh, okay. So like nature would apply.
Nature is like all primal magic. Yeah,
Oh,
because nature
well,
is
yeah.
also magic.
Then yeah, Calamus is definitely going to default to their nature.
Cool.
And I didn't add the plus to that, whatever, +1 to...
So you rolled a 29.
I
Oh.
thought it was +2 from the rod.
It's a +1 from the rod, -1 to the DCs for the thing. So yeah, you like start like finding books, following, like almost dowsing your way through this place using the rod of Risk, the little like it's like the reading stick that is also a morning star. You earn yourself 2 library points.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, you and Digsby are just looking around. There's some runes. So, actually, I'll just share the room numbers and tell you what is in each of them, so you can like make your decisions on where you want to be.
Ooh, cool.
So there's the orrery room in the central chamber, which is, it's a 20-foot tall chamber. It's got an orrery in the center. As long as it spins, it provides bright light to its chamber and any other room in the library where the doors are opened and the mirrors are uncovered. There is the dormitory in the top in the C3, which is like bunk beds and like all sorts of nice stuff. There is the meeting space, which is a big long table in the center, perfect for small gatherings and symposiums. There is a small magical stove with a non-flammable heating element that allows you to make coffee or tea. It's like an electric stove almost, but like magic. C4 is the magical archive, which is all these little circular tables with the golden discs in the center. You can interact with the discs to access spiritual knowledge rather than written knowledge. And then there is the classic repository of just like, here's the knowledge. And then there's also like a sandy, like a room with like a sand pit in it to just like for meditation and just like, I guess, hanging out in the sand.
Sometimes you just want to hang out in sand.
Sometimes you just want to hang out in sand. So, Calamus, you might actually be in the magic archive pulling up, like, mystical, like, spirit resonances and stuff.
That sounds good to me.
Ist.
Ist is also going to go to the archive, still carrying Zikaris unless she asks to go elsewhere.
Yeah, and she's happy to be with you.
Now kiss.
And it's just sort of letting her awareness kind of spread out.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. Let's attempt this occultism check. That's a 25.
25 is a full success.
Marvelous.
Taking you to 3 total library points, having earned an additional 1. So, like, yeah, you're like following the rune, the sigil on your arm. Zikaris is kind of chattering. Roliraha is chattering. She's like, I think, I still don't remember exactly the sort of thing I was researching, but this feels good. Mindy, you're book styling.
I'm straight up immediately diving into the stacks of books.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll I could roll an Arcana check, just to like search for arcane knowledge.
That would be what I would
so
assume.
Country, Sam.
I can roll an Arcana check.
I can roll an Arcana check.
That's how Jericho says it.
I live in the country now. I don't know, man.
Yeah. That is a 14, unfortunately.
Somehow rolling with a skill that I have plus 11 to, I got a 14.
Well, you're still rolling a 3.
I'm going to use a hero point to reroll that.
Reasonable.
Fucking dice.
So that becomes a 22. You're rolling that one. It becomes a 22 because the die becomes an 11, which is enough to succeed and get 1 more library point.
Okay.
H2, how's it going on your end?
Well, I'm a 6-foot-tall robot lady in a party with 2, 3-foot-tall people trying to get books off of shelves. So I'm going to use my athletics to assist with reaching high places.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Rip. I rolled a 15.
That is a 15. That will not add to your pool. You could spend a hero point, or you could just...
Fucking dice.
It happens.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend a hero point.
Cool.
Boop. That's a little better.
There
25.
we go. A 25 is much better. You do get the +1, comes with 26, but it's close to a crit, not quite a crit. You increase your library points by another 1 to a total of 5. As the first round of checks completes, Calamus, like a couple hours pass, you're like crunching, you're cramming, you're learning all these things. Sebnet Sandricot is running around and like, getting snacks for people. The aides are kind of bustling here and there, to and fro. And we come back to our cactus friend.
So yeah, Calamus is using Digsby to like sniff around and see what we can find. I don't know that I can do anything more exciting than just keep doing nature.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that. It's all in how you describe it, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, Calamus is using Digsby to dig around and sniff around and see what else they can find in here. And I love the idea of when Digsby finds something, he just goes like, you know in cartoons when dogs find something and they go completely like rigid and turn into an arrow pointing? Like Digsby just does that.
Incredible. All right, give us a nature roll.
Boop.
Oh, buddy.
Technically it's a 14 because you have the rod of risk, but that is a failure, unfortunately.
How many library points do we need again?
The more we have, the more info we get. We don't know more than that.
I will spend a hero point.
Okay. There we go. That is significantly better. 22 will get you one more as you are finding books. Digsby is like pointing his little snoot at things. It's working out, you know? Ist.
Yeah. Still wandering around. I'm just going to put you down just a second, okay? And set Aliraha down. And tuck my fingers down inside my shirt and pull out the pendant of the occult I have. And sort of grip it tight in my hand and cast guidance to give myself an extra little boost on top of the boosts I already have. And and I think the pendant actually just starts to bite into the skin just a little bit, and I let that sort of slight sting guide me.
Well, it guides you well. That is a critical success. 29.
That's a 29, baby.
Pretty good. It's another 2, taking it to a total of 8. You're feeling pretty good about the amount of information that you're getting.
Nice.
Mindy.
I'm going to have Ralph assist me in Ralph, my beautiful little boy.
Ralph.
Thank
Ralph.
you.
Not a Pokemon. I know. We know he's not a Pokemon.
I'm using
Look at this one.
skill. Sorry, so I'm going to have...
Oh, it really is just a skill called Ralph in all caps.
Skill, Ralph, all caps.
Well, that's his character. That's his character sheet name. Is Ralph. His ability is second opinion. He can aid you on Arcana.
Which I am going to once again be diving into the arcane knowledge section of this library. That's a 27. Oh, plus the assist, which I don't know what it adds.
Well, he has to roll and see how well he rolls on Arcana. 17, I think, is just enough for him to give you a +1, which will make that a crit.
28.
And he goes like, and scuttles over to a book and pushes it off of the shelf and pulls it open with his little rat paws.
Little rat hands. And I walk over and pick up the book, and it's exactly in the information that I was looking for. And then I also pick up Ralph and put him back on my shoulder.
Hell yeah.
Give him a little nuzzle.
And so, he also does find for you a scroll. He comes out of the out of one of the stacks with a scroll in his hand, and it has ascribed upon it the arcane spell Charitable Urge.
Ooh, that's fun. Love it.
H2, that is you.
So this is a case of boosting Ist and Calamus up, because clearly I don't, I'm having trouble figuring out which books to get, so boosting them up on my shoulders, carrying them around to get the higher shelves, that kind of thing.
That is a 2.
Unfortunately, I'm going to stick with that because I want to save my last hero point just in case I need it later.
Sure. So that is not going to give you anything. I will say also, Ist, when you and Zikras were looking around, you also found a second thing. A spell scroll, which had inscribed upon it the occult spell Thoughtful Gift.
Ah, yes.
Which is a spell where you can teleport something of light or less bulk from your hand to a target.
Cool. I'll have to check how scrolls can work as a spontaneous caster. I might just be a one and done.
They're just basically, just consumables.
Okay, cool.
Casts it.
Sweet.
Cool. Round. You have one level of checks, but I will tell you, you feel like you've gotten most of what you need, so you could use this last round for any other, like, preparation or heal, like if you want to spend like time doing like concerted healing or anything.
I'm at max and I didn't use any focus points, so I'm okay.
Spell slots wise, our spell slots have not regenerated since our last adventure, have they?
You have not yet had your daily preparation since last session, no.
Cool.
Last adventure was several weeks ago.
Yes, okay, sorry, yes, last session. The last time we were sitting at this virtual table together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could spend 10 minutes here, like, resetting my spells, like, spell prep, if I wanted to.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, so part of this place is the C3 is the dormitory. There's, like, a lot of beds for travelers and scholars to, like, rest and sleep. Like, and it is getting pretty deep into the night, because this has all been one day.
Yeah, we could probably call it a day.
No, I'm gonna go play in the sandpit.
Hell yeah.
What's in the sandpit?
I think it's just a chill spot, but Ist is absolutely gonna do some like graffiti. Like just trace it in the sand, to be clear. Maybe like pull out the water canteen and just like write some. There's definitely gotta be let me just. That definitely does the symbol of the what's my tribe? The Crooked Toes tribe, the Muckruckers logo. Just it's been a little bit of a shit, but not in a way that's going to cause any lasting damage.
Love it.
We'll offer to bury Illyria in the sand. Everyone's just like. Oh, actually, and then after I've done that, we'll just like sculpt a body, like kids at the beach do.
Yeah.
We'll just sculpt a body and just like, okay, how do you want this to look? Call it a trial run. What do you want?
Artiste.
You want to be tall? You want to be short?
I want to be the tallest person in the world.
Everyone's fucking tall to me, but all right. I will attempt to. I will like use Mage Hand as well, and like my cantrips to just like sand around and just make a body the full length of this sand pit, and just like set the skull at one end of it.
Oh,
goals.
Very cool.
# goals.
Are we going back in turns, or are we just free for all?
Now it's because you've I'll just let you know you've hit the highest tier that you can hit in terms of successes.
Yeah, because I would like to take Calamus would like to take advantage of this time to heal.
Absolutely. Give me a medicine check or nature if you've got, or you can just use the heal spell.
You could also sleep the night through. Keep going in the morning.
But recall, sleeping the night does not heal you to full in this game.
Oh, it doesn't? Fuck. Okay, that's
no.
right.
You heal your level times your con mod.
Okay.
I'll go with medicine.
Cool. Give me a medicinal.
Cool. That heals me.
That does not heal you.
Oh.
That is a failure.
Oh, I thought I got however many I rolled.
No, the DC is 15.
Are you the only one who's damaged, Calamus?
I have 25 hit points out of 38.
Oh, before I go dick about in the sand pit, I'll chuck an elixir of life to H2 and to Calamus.
Cool.
I don't think I took any damage in our last combat.
I have, like, obviously my reagents, but, like, they're only good for, like, 24 hours. Because that's how reagents work.
Yeah, so if you had, like, a lot of them, you could just spend them all on stuff, because you're about to go to bed.
I'd already spent some, so...
Oh, sure.
Because I declared what I used them for. But you can each have one.
Yeah, I would
Sure.
take one.
How much is that again?
I think they're 1d6 plus 6. They're just the basic.
Well, if they're the lowest, it's just going to be the 1d6. Minor
That's not
elixir of life, it is
helpful.
1d6.
I think they're lesser.
Lesser you don't is a level 5 item.
Yeah. Hell
Oh,
yes!
hot damn.
How
That's
fucking
two.
good.
That's 2 6s.
Hell
It's
yeah.
brand elixir of life is.
I love this.
Could be worse. Sure could be worse.
Mhm.
Cool. So you all you finish your stuff, and I'll tell you the things you discover. You discover one that Lyraha was on the cusp of creating new rituals. She was interested in the mystic art of the true name, and because the thing that her thesis was that true names had always been used to bind people, to find the truth of them and then lock them into it. She was interested in finding true names to help the person as a form of discovery and just a form of like a greater power over the self. But you discover that one of these new rituals, if it was interrupted, could unmake the person's name.
Oh, good.
Destroying their body and leaving their mind and soul only milliseconds to find a suitable receptacle or else risk being consigned to oblivion.
Gee, I wonder how she got in a skull.
Well, wizards, they just have skulls lying around for fun.
It's true. It's true. Can confirm.
That is true. Wizards definitely just have skulls lying around.
It's like software engineers with rubber ducks. You just have a skull to talk to.
Exactly.
So it seems like Aliraha was likely interrupted in the course of a ritual she was doing, and that thus was only able to very brief, just in a flash of insight, transfer her consciousness into a skull, and then everyone immediately forgot who she was and what was up with her.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
So are we discussing this information that we've all gathered? Are we slumber party style, exchanging info at the end of the day?
The nerdiest slumber party.
Yes, throw all the blankets on the ground.
Huh?
Blankets and the pillows on the ground.
Hell yeah. Mindy
Make a pillow fort.
looks discomforted by this information.
Yeah, how is Aliraha taking that information?
It sounds like we already know that the night hag is causing trouble. So likely one of our agents may have disrupted me in my the process of. An Archlord understands that when you get to the highest level of arcane power, you understand that you could always constantly are at the danger of destroying yourself. It's part of the gig.
Them's the breaks.
The fact that I was nearly destroyed and managed to save myself with my own good thinking means that I was a good Archlord.
You certainly were. Are?
So what do you think it...
Will be.
So all your, sibling Arc Lords are going to remember you again now, right?
Perhaps.
Is that something good or bad?
Well, I was admittedly a bit of an odd duck. Most of the Archlords are content to pursue their arcanistry and jockey for power. I was more interested in sharing my power with others. I was maybe a bit of a black sheep, but I don't think I had many enemies amongst the Archlords, simply because they did not think I was a threat.
Not fair.
Well, that's good.
So this true name stuff, that's wild, right? I'm look around at my companions. That's crazy. That's super weird and wild, right? Anyone else getting weird vibes off this?
I feel like it could be, yeah.
How do you mean?
Because I feel like Calamus is not using their true name.
I mean, they're just they're like a fundamental core of a person's being. It's not like it's not like the difference between Robert and Bob. It's a more metaphysical thing than that.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, uh-huh.
It's only just the most important feature about you.
It sure
It's
is.
no big.
Uh-huh.
And many people do not know or understand the full extent of their own true name. And thus, if someone could discover it and use it to unlock their own potential, is that not a good thing?
I think it sounds incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Uh-huh.
Being able to, I already have this whole thing going on anyway, and if I could, do more. And to be fair, some of the shit that occult magic does, being able to, be the most you can be. There's probably some really horrible people who could do real damage if their essence at their core was, I'm going to rain down death and destruction, or sink the world into a never-ending nightmare and just be the total apotheosis of that, then sure. But why shouldn't we be allowed to tap into what makes us us and utilize it for our own purposes?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just whoa, it's a lot,
That's our clouds for you. We get pretty out there in terms of the things that we study.
Yeah, I guess. She sort of looks pensive and kind of just looks down at her lap and kind of goes silent.
I think the seed of the thing was that for so long, the study of true names has only been used for the bondage of other people, of other creatures. You learn a demon or a spirit or a fairy's true name and you use it to bind them to your service. But why should knowledge of the self be only used to shackle the self?
Liberation.
No, I totally agree with that part.
Yes. So I was very smart.
You certainly were.
Just like to remind you all.
Yeah,
you should chat with some full-on liberators. I think they would really dig what you were doing.
I've certainly known a lot of Desmond's that I appreciated. Yeah. So yeah, you all chat into the night. You finish your thing. Everyone goes to sleep. Everyone does heal. If they still have any health remaining, their level times their constitution modifiers, and they get a chance in the early morning to prepare new spells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have quick alchemy yet, so it's better for me just to figure out what stuff I've made ahead of time, because I can't make it mid-combat. So.
I see.
I have advanced alchemy, which lets me prepare my reagents, and then I like to just picture is making up stuff before breakfast and just taking a crapshoot on what they might need.
Mm-hmm. So the next morning arrives, and you all are in the meeting space. There's a little pot of coffee on the heating element. You're all waking up after your study session the night before. Aliraha is on the table, and you see Sebnet Sansarkot smiling as she walks past the glowing orrery in the library's central chamber, her many bangles announcing her presence long before she's seen. She carefully balances a tray bearing a carafe of orange juice, a pot of freshly brewed coffee, and a hot plate containing sizzling bacon and steaming biscuits.
Nice.
As she is approaching you, however, an explosion shakes the lodge. The orrery shatters, and a concussive wave of magic knocks the Vashvatum into your chamber and unconscious. A contingency spell, stored in one of her jewelry pieces, teleports her away in a flash just before a shadowy figure emerges from invisibility.
Oh, that's sick.
And the entire library is plunged into total darkness.
It's probably fine, right?
That's
That is
fine.
some sick character art of that individual.
The sound of breakfast crashes on the floor is accompanied by an inky voice whispering in the dark. Finally, we found you. Get the skull. And I need y'all to roll initiative.
I can't click on my token with how dark it is.
Yeah. Let me do a little. I'm gonna change this.
There it is. I've zoomed up. Also, yeah, I have. Does anyone else have dark vision? By the way,
I have low light vision, not dark vision.
Okay, so Ist can see. I think H2 also has dark vision.
No, I have low light vision.
Okay.
And Calamus is also low light.
this individual has just plunged us into darkness. By any chance,
Yeah.
are they rolling with deception for initiative?
They might be rolling with stealth.
Fuck.
Yeah, unfortunately, not deception. Do you have like a thing for deception?
Because I'm twitchy, if at least one opponent is using deception or diplomacy to determine the initiative, my bonus increases. It's a feat I have because I'm paranoid.
I see. Unfortunately, no, not deception, but yes, it was stealth.
Boo.
Sorry, did anybody else have you rolled for Digsby, not for Calamus?
Oh, it was dark and I thought I clicked on Calamus.
That's
I got
extremely
you.
funny.
All right. And Calamus, do you have dark vision?
Low light.
Low light, okay. And then Digsby, also
Have
low light.
we
I'm
got
pretty
an
sure. Let me double check.
Have we got an icon or an object token for Zicarus?
No, but I can just put like a skull on the table.
Yeah, please.
Please.
Because I mostly just assume that she's like with you.
Oh, okay. If you're happy for her to be like close enough to me that I can just have her, then wicked.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just because you said she was on the table, so I wanted to double check.
Yeah, she was like on the table, but like just in front of you.
Okay.
And actually, as the darkness just descends, you see suddenly a flare of light as her skull explodes with violet flame, and she says, "No, this is. I'm not going anywhere, and they're going to help me." And Ist and H2 both glow with sudden violet energy and begin to shimmer with great speed as she casts Quickened Metamagic Haste. You are quickened through one extra action to strike or stride. So that's round one. That's her round, what she does at the top of round one. And she continues to glow with mystic light. Seems like she's going to have some other shit to do. Yes. So Ist can see, no one else can see currently, because it is pitch black. Zicarus is glowing, or Illyraha is glowing, but not glowing enough to render light on the area. So that's just a thing that you'll need to be like working around as things start. But Calamus, you are first in initiative. You spring into action as Sebnet vanishes. This individual blows up the orrery, and darkness just settles over everything. What are you gonna do?
Great. Bet I didn't take light cantrip. Let's see.
That is too bad.
So, I have electric arc as a cantrip. Can I argue that would create light if I tried to attack where I last saw the person, or can I see them?
You can't see anything right now. If you'd like, you can attack where you saw that person. They would effectively be hidden from you, but knowing that they probably haven't had a chance to move, you could attack. It would be a DC 11 flat check to be able to affect them.
Okay, and another question. So, what does the bag of glitter dust do again?
Glitter dust breaks invisibility and impairs vision, apparently.
I have so many things that I can make it
dazzle
harder to
people.
see.
Uh-huh.
I also have bottled sunlight because that is what Calamus eats. Like, eats in quotation marks.
That's sick.
Uh-huh.
Is there any way to use that?
100% you could. I don't know how you got that, because that's a level 2 item that costs 7 gold pieces.
Oh, I just bought it. I guess I.
Oh, if you
don't-
bought it, if you had the gold and just bought it, then that's fine. You can shake it. You can produce it and shake it with an action to effectively light a torch. It'll shed bright light in a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Sounds good. Yeah, so you now are going to emit bright light and dim light. As Calamus pulls out this and like just this little glowing thing in their hand just starts to glow really brightly. You can see that shadowy figure. And I didn't describe the figure. They're wearing like a white military uniform with a white mask, but behind the mask is just like a cloud of darkness.
Hot.
Sick.
Almost like it is a shadow wearing clothing.
That's hot.
cool.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And so Calamus, that creature is now in dim light, and you can see it.
I would like to now cast my electric arc cantrip
Cool.
at it.
Fantastic.
And
He's going to make a reflex save. Or they're going to make a reflex save. Rolls an 18. What's your spell save? I think a 19, right?
yeah, 19.
Then it fails. They fail.
Fuck yeah.
Like a bolt of light of electricity just arcs out, and then they go, ah, shit! Get them! Come on, it's dark.
Does that roll the
Electric arc,
damage for
fantastic.
me? No, it doesn't.
It does not. Did not.
Rude.
It is 2d4 plus 4 for you.
There you go.
11. That's pretty good damage as you zap this person, and then the door to the south bursts open, and there is nobody in it.
Oh shit.
Though you do hear tap, 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 tap of feet. And then suddenly, as he strikes, as the short sword slams toward Ist, a humanoid figure in grays and dark leather appears, swinging his sword as his invisibility potion breaks. But Ist, you just jump out of the way. He rolls an 11 to hit, does not hit you. Shit. Next is the creature. Shay is what it is. Let me see. I've never used this kind of creature before. The Shay creature, the creature of darkness, comes and flies towards you, just walking on air. Comes into the room and is going to whip a dagger at Calamus.
Yeah, fair. I did kind of just shoot at you.
It's only a 16 to hit, which does not hit Calamus. Calamus is a hardy little cactus. Turns around and whips a second one at you.
Rude.
That one will hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
That's a
gonna
20.
hit.
Calamus, you're going to take 12 damage, 6 of which is cold.
Okay.
Come on, move! Mindy.
Yes. So I am going to cast Electric Arc, which I do believe has... Yes, it jumps from one target to another. So I deal electricity damage equal to 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is...
So actually, Mindy, like I just showed for Calamus, you deal 2d4 plus 4. Because it's your level 3, it's heightened to level 2.
Oh, okay, cool. So 2d4 plus 4 to both this one and this one.
To the Raider and the Commander.
Yes.
Alright, I will roll their saving throws. Wow, the shadow creature is really... Seems very fast, but is not really reacting as well as they could. Rolls a 15. Takes... roll another d4. Takes 10 damage.
Cool.
Is looking rough. Is looking hurt. And then the other one rolls a success, takes 5 damage. Mindy, you have 1 action left.
Ah, yes.
And there's like I want to like really emphasize the like weird light of this whole encounter.
Yeah.
Is just like because like Calamus has like this glowing like bottle of light of sunlight, and then like through that's glowing like just in 20 feet, and then like just arcs of electricity and daggers are flying, and it's so chaotic.
This is fine.
Mindy, you tuck yourself into the corner.
I absolutely tuck myself into the corner. Yes.
Cool, Mindy. The door next to you bursts open as another one of these raiders. Granted, that's only a 15. What's your AC?
Me?
Yeah.
16, but also at the beginning of the day, I choose to say that I cast Mage Armor,
Okay.
which I think lasts
Which
all day.
increases it to 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
Though, because this guy was attacking from invisibility, he was hidden, which means that is a -2 to your AC,
Fuck.
taking it down back to 15. He managed to get hit on. Mindy takes 11 points of piercing damage as another one of these raiders appears and stabs into you.
Ow.
We are coming to get you. H2. Mindy's getting stabbed. Ist is being stabbed at. There's this commander who is like in the middle of things. What's going on?
The commander's technically flanked by me and Ist, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to go for the easy prey, and I'm just gonna attack with my greatsword.
That is an 11, which will unfortunately not hit.
I'm gonna hero point that. Boop.
Nice.
That's a 26. That's
Nice.
a little better.
That's a little better. 26 on the commander. Will not crit, but will hit. We'll take the first damage. That is 8. Are you raging?
No, I'm not raging at the moment.
Cool. Dealing 8 damage, which hurts. They're looking really bad. Like they've got like all these scorch marks and slash marks on their like doublet, and they're like leaking shadow out of it, like gaseous shadow.
Awesome. I'd like to help them do that more, so I'm going to rear back with my greatsword again.
Okay. They duck under it. That's an 8. They are not They are not affected by that second attack.
And I have one more action, so I'm going to spend that attacking again. And goodness gracious, I got a 2.
Oh no.
Okay. So that's you. You're swinging. They're dodging. Ist.
All right. I'm gonna drop down slightly, place my clenched fist on the ground, and cast Kinetic Ram as a 3-action spell. So the commander and the raider both need to make a fortitude save as the air ripples around me. Very much like Neo about to take off with the Matrix movies. Like, that's the vibe I'm picturing.
That is a 23 and a 24. So they're just that is a success. They are not pushed away.
Motherfucker. Well, I tried. I have my hasted action. I would like to scramble under the table and away if I can.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Wicked. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Getting into the darkness quite intentionally.
Fantastic.
That's me.
You go there, and then
That's my full turn because it's 3-action spell and then the hasted stride.
that's your full turn. You hear very quiet feet coming up behind you
Oh, fucking hell.
as the third raider appears and strikes, but misses. You like just roll out of the way. That's a 12. You're getting extremely lucky on this one.
Apparently.
Round 2 begins, and Illyria surges again and says, "You leave that little nerd alone."
Nerd? Bitch?
And you see Mindy.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, no, she is a nerd.
Mindy starts to shimmer and blur as the blur spell is cast upon her.
Ooh.
Oh, tight.
What does that do?
I believe you are concealed.
So they have to roll to try and hit you.
Yeah.
Not just to hit, they have to see you before they can hit you.
Awesome.
Exactly.
That does make me feel a little better.
Indeed. Calamus, that is you.
Yeah. I wanna shoot again. Yeah, I can shoot and then commanded space. Yeah. Let me do another cantrip. Well, I guess first, as the healer, I should make sure everyone's looking okay on health.
I think you're in the worst state. Oh no, Mindy could
Hooray!
probably...
That's
Mindy
fine.
would benefit, but Mindy also will.
I have 18 hit points right now.
Mindy would also benefit.
I have 18 hit points
But
right
she'll
now.
live.
Just a heads up.
She'll live.
Okay, that's
Brutal.
yeah, okay, it looks like Mindy honestly could use some help. So let's heal Mindy with let's do a 2-action heal on Mindy as
Oh, I'm quite sorry. I missed the right thing. You hit library threshold 3. Everyone is hasted.
Oh, cool.
oh sweet. I'll still heal Mindy, and yeah, I'd like to bump it up to a second action, or a 2-action one, and so yeah, I can do a level 2 heal. What's your max?
Yeah, if you're prepared at a second level heal, you can certainly cast a second level heal.
My max health is 29.
Okay, so yeah, you'll automatically get 16 regardless, and then
Which would heal her to full.
okay, well let's do it a little level 1.
Yeah.
If you have a first level 1 prepared as well, you can use that instead.
Yeah. I mean, most of what Calamus prepares is pretty much just healing. Because all the rest of my stuff is cantrips, pretty much, that I use.
I mean, remember, you have access, at the beginning of each day, you have access to the entire common primal spell list. And you can just choose whatever you want from that.
Yeah, I know. But I'm a healer.
Fair enough.
Or I could just grow a fucking tree. Alright, so I'll heal you for a 1 action. Or a 1 spell level.
Level 1, 2 action?
Yeah, which would be 1d8 plus 8.
Yes.
Okay, here you go, Mindy.
Thank you.
And that takes her up to full.
Excellent.
And then I would like to command Digsby to run over there and help join the fight.
Cool. You want Digsby to flank with Mindy?
Yeah, where would I need Digsby to go for that? Oh, just on top?
It would be right. It would be, yeah, it would be, you have to be able to go directly through another person.
Okay. So, then Digsby gon' chomp.
Digsby gon' chomp.
Like Digsby do.
Fortunately, that one is a 10, even flanking, that will not hit.
Okay, and does Digsby get another... Because Digsby's chomp is 1 action, right?
Yeah, because he moved and then struck. So that's him, and you have 1 action left that you can use to strike or stride.
I'm trying to figure out what to do with that 1 action. I think that might be all I can do. I could try to move. Let's see. Right now I feel like I'm in a pretty good position, though, because I can reach everyone from where I'm at.
Yeah, you can just stay where you are then.
Yeah, I want to stay here, because I like being able to reach everyone in case I need to cast on them.
Cool. Then this guy is going to come. Commander, I've got you! Moves adjacent to the Shay. The Shay uses its slip thing and uses a reaction to step into this guy's shadow and then teleport over here. Back into dim light where the Shay is more powerful. Then the Skulk looks at you, H2, and is like, I'll get you! Tries to faint. Fails to faint. What's your perception DC?
Hang on a second. Sorry, I was just adjusting my AC back to where it should be. My perception is 8.
Okay, so it's not a critical failure, but he does not make you flat-footed, and so he just swings his sword at you.
Ouch.
Though that will hit. That's a critical hit. But thankfully, because he failed his feint, he does not add his sneak attack to this one. So it's just a crit with his normal damage. He crits you for 6 piercing damage. Oh. This one doesn't have any meat to stab. The Shay goes, that's bizarre. And then is going to say, give me that skull, you little shit. And will swing at you with their dagger. Yes.
Okay.
First strike. It's an 18.
I think that just hit. Yeah, that hits.
That will hit. Doing 10 piercing, or 9 piercing and 1 cold.
Okay.
And then will so one hand dagger stab, other hand royals with black shadow. It says, "The skull of your soul, choose." And I need you to make a fortitude save.
That's an 18 on the fortitude save.
That is a failure.
Oh no.
You are going to take plus, what is there?
Like, even if I hero point that, y'all, like, it probably wouldn't be worth doing. I don't have that great a fortitude.
You take 7 negative damage. And you begin to feel yourself become woozy. Mindy.
Yes. So to start with, I am going to use my Wand of Manifold Missiles.
Okay.
So I'm going to basically cast Magic Missile at... Oh, wait, this guy's still, like, right here, huh?
Yeah.
Can I cast Magic Missile
Yeah.
and then also use my dagger to stab him?
Yeah, you're quickened, so you could do that.
Awesome. I'm going to do that.
That is a natural 1, though. It's a critical failure.
Fuck.
You do got hero points.
Sure do. I got 2 of them. I will spend 1 of them for the dagger roll.
Cool. And then do you want to spend the rest of your 3 actions casting Magic Missile?
Yes, I do.
From one extreme to the other.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So that becomes a nat 20. You crit, dealing 12 damage to this guy. He's looking really hurt.
I also am using the
That,
dagger of venom.
really did a number.
So
Right, and that's got like a special ability when you crit.
I don't know what it is. I didn't write it down, but
When you crit, he becomes sickened 1 unless he can succeed at a DC 19 Fortitude save.
nice.
He critically fails that. And you can also spend a free action once per day to poison him with the dagger's poison.
I'm gonna do that too.
All right, I'm going to roll another fort save for him at a -1 because he's sickened now. He does roll 24 against all odds, manages to not be poisoned.
Oh wow. Mindy looks
But-
a little uncomfortable with the fact that she just stabbed a man. Usually she does her combat from afar.
You stabbed me!
I would like to remind you.
I sure did.
But then your other 3 actions are casting the Wand of Manifold Missiles. You cannot move if you're spending all the other actions. No. That's 3 actions. At first level, so that's 3 darts going wherever you want them to go. Where do you want them to
I'm just
go?
gonna hit each of them once.
Okay, because there's 4 people in the room. You're gonna hitting each of the other ones once. Okay.
Yeah, each of the ones I haven't already gone for yet.
I need you to
Sorry.
make a DC 5 flat check to affect the commander, because now that they are in dim light, they are concealed.
Just flat D20.
roll a d20.
Yeah. Cool. You managed to do it. I need you to roll 1d4 plus 1 3 times. All right. 5 damage to one, 4 to another, and 2 to the commander. As these magic... I think you described them as fireballs previously.
Yes.
very funny. Just begin to streak around, and then you stab this guy, and you have done a lot in a single turn.
Yes, I have.
And it is now one of the raiders, the guy next to you, goes, "You stabbed me! I'm supposed to stab you!"
That's rough, buddy.
He is going to feint and then attempt to stab you.
Ooh.
Ooh. What's your perception DC?
Perception plus 10. 17.
So he does not crit, he does succeed. So you are flat-footed to this next attack, but it's just a 10.
Oh my goodness.
Yay.
You lucky bastard.
So he makes you flat-footed and then just fucking whiffs it. Goes, shit! And then swings his short sword one last time. That, critically fails. Fuck! To be fair, she stabbed me really bad. H2, that's you.
I'm gonna go ahead and rage. And in raging, I am going to target the gentleman who is on the table in front of me with an attack from my greatsword, which is a 14, so that probably does not hit, which is a shame because the damage would have been great on that one.
Damage would have been great. 14 on that guy. If you move to flank, it will hit.
Okay, so I will say that I move to flank him then.
Cool. So you rage, you run to flank, slice this dude, you fucking entirely bisect that dude, because that's 22 damage. He had 11 hit points left.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
You have one action left because you're hasted.
Mindy, I stabbed a guy, oh god. And then HG, this does not faze me at all.
I'm going to flank this raider with Ist and
Fantastic.
hopefully give you an advantage there.
All right. Yes, that's you.
I'm going to look at the commander, and I'm going to just start summoning some of my magic, or tapping into vibes, and just start shit-talking. Just you basic bitch edgelord, the skull or my soul? Who fucking writes your lines? It's literally, I've been more scared by children as I do biting words at level 2.
Look, children can be fucking creepy sometimes.
That will hit with an additional 2d6 damage, or what's that for?
That's because I'm upcasting.
Okay.
Because biting words is my signature spell, so I can...
Hey, I'm going to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to unleash your psyche?
I feel like you're asking me that because I'm going to get a little bit of a bonus, which is going to be needed. So yeah, sure, I'll do that. Again, the colour starts leaching out of me and lights up this commander's countenance. Like when you're in Vegas and it's neon lights, paints the white of this mask and this military uniform in just the most obnoxiously bright colours. As I just start shit-talking him with intent.
And your unleashed psyche, that increases your...
I would give another 4 damage.
So that takes that from 12 damage to 16 damage, which is greater than the 14 hit points.
Fuck
So
you.
you roast this motherfucker so hard that they die.
Jesus Christ.
Incredible. I
mean,
love
it's sonic damage, not psychic damage. But the visual of just talking, like their ears start bleeding as they just deal with being shit talked by a 2'10".
Yeah, they pop almost.
Oh.
'Cause it's like a gaseous creature.
That's awful.
It's like a gaseous shadow, bound within clothing. The clothing just splits open, and it just, and all the mirrors on the wall behind it just become smoke, stained. Almost the windows of a bar that people smoke in, and it's just gone.
I look at the raider. I look past him where I can see H2, and it's just oh, your day's about to get so much fucking worse, and cast shield.
He looks at you and he says, Oh, it's not good, but Leaskra would be worse. Death is a kindness compared to disappointing a slain. And he is going to twirl his sword and feint at you. What's your perception, DC?
17.
So you're flat-footed to this.
Okay.
Swings the sword.
Yes.
Ist is very hurt at this moment. That's a 13. So he does not get it. He does not hit you while you are flat-footed. Realizes kind of, you see like in his eyes like, well, I gotta strike again. I've lost my ability to strike and run away, but I need to do it because this is the job. And he swings at you one last time. You duck under it. He rolls a 7. Calamus, that is you.
Yeah. Hey, it. You want some healing?
I wouldn't say no.
Okay. And we're all pretty hurt, aren't we?
I'm fine.
Good.
I'm having a good time.
Your
I'm
max
good.
is 31. Yeah, you're good because I healed you.
Yeah, you did already heal me. You got me already.
I mean, if I do it as a second level spell but only one action, what does that mean for me?
Well, it's a touch spell. If it's a first one action heal is a touch spell, and he would heal 2d8.
I can get over there. I get an extra move action, so there's one action to do that. And then one action, it would be cheaper to just do a 2-action heal, wouldn't it? Or the same.
It would be the same, like, action economy-wise, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do a 2 then. It's gonna way over heal you.
Yeah.
So it would be
About it.
2d8 plus 16, is that what you said earlier? Or 1d8?
For a 2 action, yeah. 2d8 plus 16 if it's at level 2.
Alright, well here, just take so much fucking healing.
I mean, you could roll like shit. Not that I would object to the 16. You did not roll like shit. Thank you. That would
25
take me up
HP.
to 39 if I had that many. I do not. But I am back up
So
to
you
max.
are just fully healed. The skulk is like, fuck. As he realizes that this is going to be so much harder and so much worse. Calamus, you have one action left. Or 2. You have 2 actions left. But one must be a strike or a stride.
I think I am still going to move. One of my action is going to be to command Digsby. And then for my extra, I think I am still going to move, but not quite as much. I'm just going to get a little bit closer to this guy. So he's within my range if there is a next turn.
Sounds good. Make a strike for Digsby.
Digsby. Oh, strong attack, little damage.
Here's what happened. Here's actually a thing. At the top of this round, Illyria says, "All right, clean it up, folks. Clean it up." And each of you is affected by the True Target spell, which is the first time that each of you makes the attack roll against each of these enemies. They get to roll twice and take the better.
Oh, which means Digsby counts in that?
Digsby does count in that.
Shit.
So Digsby can roll a second time. That those will both hit. The 24 is actually a crit, so Digsby deals 6 damage to that guy.
Okay.
Though Digsby has a second attack, so he can make another strike with his
Ew.
claws.
So should I just roll 2 of those two?
No, it's only the first time.
Oh, right, sorry.
So that becomes a 16, which does still hit. But Digsby fucking kills this dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Off the map.
Digsby has tasted blood and he wants more.
Just a person falls dead at Mindy's feet, and there's just a badger on the other side.
Yep.
I'm okay with this.
And at the top of your turn, at the beginning of your turn, Mindy, you get to fire a one-action magic missile for free.
Yep. Guess where it's going.
All right, roll a d4 plus 1. Dude takes 4 damage, and then you have your whole turn.
Cool. I'm gonna walk very swiftly away from this corpse that I've just created, or that Digsby just created, but I helped a lot with. And,
Digsby's like doing that thing where like kind of circles around on top of it.
Yep. And I'm gonna come up next to Calamus and blast the shit out of this with a cantrip.
All right.
I'm gonna blast the shit out of him with electric art.
Cool. Dude makes a fort save, a reflex save rather. Dude fails, takes the full 6. Rolls a 13 against your 19 DC. This dude's looking really fucked up, and all of you get to go before him.
That's rough, buddy.
H2.
Should we, ask this guy for information, or...
I love the idea of you saying that while, hurting him. Hey, before we kill this guy...
Yeah, no, literally, that's exactly what's happening. Before we kill the last one of these guys, should we be, interrogating him?
That's probably a good idea. I don't know.
What kind of penalty would I take for making my damage non-lethal here?
-2 to the attack roll.
Okay.
Which you have the ability to roll twice on, as this is the first attack roll against this guy.
Yeah. So I glance at Mindy, glance at this guy, and then go to hit him in the head with the pommel of my greatsword.
Hell yeah. Okay.
And then that's -2, so that's 19.
That's 19. Roll the second one.
And I'll roll again.
Cool. Yeah, you fucking conk this dude and he goes out. Bonk. Yes. I will never, ever betray a Celine and Leon.
Night-night.
Good night. And he fucking just crumples to the ground. And a few minutes later, the orrery that lights up this thing kind of shudders back to life. Kind of what's the word?
Like when a fluorescent bulb does?
Like a backup generator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like a backup generator. As Sebnet Sanzercott runs, says, the contingency, it teleported me away, but oh! I guess you sorted it. She rubs her head, but there's a big bump. Says, okay, I'll get some aides to lash that one up for some interrogation later. Let's clean up this mess a bit and sort things out. And so what happens next goes rather quickly. The various aides and people, that explosion was pretty loud, and word kind of gets out, and a little bit later, some more people arrive in Nexus House. One of whom is, what was her name? Karen, and the rest of her gang, one of whose cousin works at Nexus House, say that their cousin told them that some shit had gone down, and they're there to help clean up.
Good.
Along with Vrisk and his crew of animate furniture.
Affirmative action. Community aid. You love to see it.
I love it.
Mutual aid. That was the word I was looking for. I got
mutual
there.
aid.
Yeah.
You got there. We love a good mutual aid in our tabletop game.
Though both groups are what happened? And they want to know the truth about what's going on here.
Murder.
No, but why though? Why did those people attack this place? What do they want?
Her.
So, yeah.
Point.
I think there's no reason for us to be dishonest here. We were at Nexus House for this reason anyway, was finding stuff about who we now know to be Illyria. So I think it is just they were after her, and they were sent by the Night Hag and or her daughter.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I'm
rough,
gonna
buddy.
ask somebody who's maybe our sort of pseudo handler while we're here, because I have forgotten how to pronounce her name.
Sebnet?
Yeah, describe the shade and because I've not encountered anything like that before.
Mm-hmm.
The others just had cult follower vibes.
She looks at so those are skulkers or skulks,
Mm-hmm.
which is a type of type of humanoid that lives in the shadow plane. They have like, you didn't really get a lot of like look of it, but they have like chameleon skin. They can like their skin. You might have thought they were just like camouflage, but like their skin actually changes color to like match their environments to make them like very good like assassins. She actually recognizes some of the clothes they're wearing as having been involved in a previous Pathfinder mission with some poachers in a nearby nature preserve. The Shay, that's another creature from the Shadow Plane. That sounds like it might have been perhaps a mercenary from the Shadow Plane, likely connected in some way to the Onyx Alliance. It seems
the Onyx
Leaskra
Alliance.
has... yes, you would know the Onyx Alliance as the people that the Pathfinders recovered the Vault of Boundless Wonder from.
Ah. So they would have reasons. Fair
Yeah, but you also know that they said Leaskra, which is the name of one of Ashland's daughters.
Which is the name we got that name last session as well. So, but the Skulker mentioned Ashleen, so which is the Night Hag's name, right? I'm not misremembering that. Yeah. Ashleen
is the Night Hag. Leaskra is likely one of her daughters.
Yeah. So I'm sensing a bit of a theme with all the creatures that have been and the folks that have been coming to try and get our friend here. I don't really know much about the Shadow Plane, to be honest, but seems like this Liana person might be based there, given everything that's been coming through this way.
Yes, it is very unfortunate to discover.
It lies over the top, doesn't it? So she's probably just like in the Shadow Plane equivalent of Nexus of the city, right? So she can just pop in and out.
Perhaps. I'm going to reach out to Toldrar, the head of security for the Grand Lodge, and ask him to give Nexus House his special touch. But you were able to rebuff this attack, and likely another one is not fast coming now that they know just how much resistance we are capable of putting up. I thank you, Pathfinders, for both your defense of this place and for your discovery of Aliraha and her research into the magic of true names. Aliraha Zikrez says, yes, it was a bit taxing to perform all that arcane magic. I think I'm going to take a nap, but if this is what I can do in such a diminished form, just imagine, I was casting 7th level spells in there.
Wow. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm a bit fatigued, and I think I'm ready to rest for a bit, but this is just all the more reason that we need to get my body back. And Sebnet says, yes, the next step, now that we have discovered Eliraha's location, her identity, is likely to search the place where she last was, which is her estate. There's a fair bit of organization and paperwork that needs to be done to allow us to mount an expedition into her mansion. But, I think I know who we are going to call to when the time comes. But that is in the future, and unfortunately, I know you just arrived in Quantium, but it seems you've been called away. I have received another missive from the society that you are needed in Ustalov.
All right.
Like imminently?
Yes, we are currently in the process of setting up a teleportation circle to send you there tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Great. I can't wait to see home.
Well, unfortunately, you won't be at home for very long because I believe the Ustalov leg is just staging for an expedition into the Gravelands.
I mean, oh, darn. So sorry to not... I'm gonna...
Why don't you want to be home, Mindy?
Don't worry about it.
Jesus.
It probably won't come up.
Okay, well, that's good.
Just, bad memories.
I think at the mention of the Gravelands, Ist looks a little uncomfortable. The Crooked Toes tribe traveled through them. Sam and Ist was alive for that, but a kid. So, for once, she isn't immediately ragging on Mindy in an attempt to cheer her up, question mark. Is that why Ist does this? Who can say?
Who can say?
And so as gangsters and animate furniture and proto-golems bustle around the Nexus house, and you all get the word of your next mission, like, we get this, like, long panning shot, or, like, kind of dolly shot of, like, through the whole place of all these people moving. Karen's gang is kind of, like, weirdly, like, kind of distrustful of golems, but they still work with Vrisk because Vrisk is with you. But there's a little tension there. And we pass you, and, like, Mindy looking concerned, and Calamus looking intrigued, and H2 likely looking stoic, and Ish looking also a little troubled. And then we just end with a long shot of Zikariz kind of on a pillow, eyes flickering, and a little snot bubble of like, napping on her nose.
Adorable. I love her.
As she awaits to reclaim her old home, and likely, hopefully, her old body. But somewhere, Liaskra, daughter of Asleen, waits and plots and schemes.
Hi, it's August, and I just wanted to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please consider leaving a rating on your podcast platform of choice, telling your friends about us, or tweeting about us using the FTLcast hashtag. We are also part of a nonprofit podcasting guild called Standing Stones Productions. We do a variety of shows, including The Room Where It Happened and Dumb Kids Playing Hero, 2 actual play shows, and a Steven Universe discussion podcast called Gay Space Rocks. We also do live streams at twitch.tv/StandingStonesProd. You can keep up with everything that we do on Twitter at Stones_standing. Unfortunately, Standing Stones was already taken. Your support means a lot. Thanks again!